You can see this very beautiful makeup. It's looking so beautiful. Let me walk you through the process. Firstly, you must make sure you're working on a clean face by using your wipes. Then next, you go in with your moisturizer to moisturize your face. Then you go in with your primer. The next thing for you to do is to go in with your setting spray and setting powder. This is the setting powder, and the setting spray was what I used first. That's the liquid form. The main reason why I use a setting spray before I apply my foundation, and I also use a setting powder, is to make sure that my foundation sitting properly, it blends well, and to increase the longevity of the foundation. Trust me, your foundation is going to last if you do these tips. Then you go in with drawing your brow and make sure you slick down your brow using a brow gel. Once you're done slicking it down, then you go in with the pencil that you want to use, either color 318, or you can also go in with a brow gel depending on what you have. Make sure you are light-handed with your pencil because you already applied your setting powder. When you slick down your brows, you do not need to apply so much force when you're drawing your brow. It is going to pop out because the setting powder is going to enhance or help you to define your brow very well. Just be light-handed with it and be confident enough that you can actually draw your own brows yourself. Then the next thing is to use a concealer to conceal your brow. So trust me, your concealer, what it does is that it's going to help your brow to be more pronounced. It's going to help you to correct the brow. Probably when you were drawing it, there's some correction. That's what the concealer does. You can correct your brow a bit once you use your concealer. And if you notice that I use two shades, I use a shade darker for the inner part of the brow, and for the outer part, I use a shade that it pops out for the outer part. Then the main reason why you need to be very precise is that once you're using your concealer, you need to make sure that you're going through the line. Do not conceal in a way that you're going to like spoil the brow because the concealer too can clean your brow. So you have to be very careful while you are drawing. As you can see, I'm focused on the mirror because I don't want to make mistake. So the same way you need to make sure that you're looking at the mirror and carefully you are using your concealer to correct any mistake. The top part of the reason why I'm correcting this part is that the second part, if you look at it, is higher. I don't know if you can see it than the other part. So I actually kind of use the concealer to correct in that part. What you need to do next is to start blending. Once you're done concealing your brows, you blend using a small brush. You blend it well so that you avoid harsh lines and so that the foundation or the concealer you're using, depending on what you have, you can actually use a foundation that is a bit lighter than your skin tone if you have to conceal. If you do not have a concealer, this is to apply your foundation. Please use a sponge that is damp or wet. Then if you're using a brush, make sure you are blending well. As you can see how I blended it, blend it very well. It will help your foundation, your makeup to stay well. When you blend it, it's better. And you go in with your concealer. The concealer I use, you can see that it's two shades lighter than my skin tone. That's what I use to conceal my T-zone. And you go in with your setting powder. The setting powder will help to set your makeup. Then you contour. As you can see what I showed you, use it to contour your T-zone, your forehead, the edges. Just contour it and apply your blush. Once you apply your blush, you're going to define your nose. Use your mascara to define your eyelash if you are not going to be using a false or artificial lash. Then we move to the lip tutorial. As you can see, it's already giving. See you in the next video.